53 years old. Ron saved my life. I was 349 pounds. I wore a size 48 pant. I got gout frequently. My blood pressure was high. I started to be borderline diabetic. I have a vision issue, started to lose my vision. I haven't driven a car in 10 years. I'm the father to 7 children, 9 grandchildren, and I was gonna die. That's what it comes down to. And you are too, you just don't know it. And I came to a meeting and I was really disappointed to walk in and see that there was not, this room should be full because we live in the fattest city in America. And I lived in Alaska. I worked in the oil field. They fed me day and night, and I got heavy when I was 8. I was skinny as a child until I was 8. My grandmother was a bread baker, and one summer I would eat 2 loaves of bread a day, and I gained 80 pounds that summer. And I currently weigh, this morning I was 227.5. I wear a size 34 pant. I'm 14 pant sizes down from where I was in March of 2017. The strange thing about it is we went for our 20th wedding anniversary. My wife and I did it together. And between the two of us, we've lost 200 pounds. Okay? Yeah. And I'll tell you what's changed is, and I left the meeting. The thing I want to share with you is that I left the meeting and didn't sign up to do it. And the people who handle the sign up and stuff were not as, these guys are not professional salespeople. They're not going to force you. They're not going to make you. They're going to give you the information, and they want you to make that choice freely. And I'm going to tell you, if you leave here today and don't do that, you made the biggest mistake of your life. And we left here looking at, at the time, how financially, how to fit it in, and nobody mentioned to us that they had financing options. Never once was it mentioned. My wife went home, found it on the website. I think a couple of weeks later, a couple or so, I called someone and I said, hey, how about this? And we filled it out online, and in 5 hours we were approved. And so March the 23rd, which was our 20th wedding anniversary, we both had surgery. And it's a hell of an anniversary. But you are not going to be here to see your children if you don't do something about your weight. And in a year, my blood pressure is gone, my gout is gone, my pharmaceutical bill is 0. And it's not a magic wand. The weight did not go away. You still have to do it. But I don't have any willpower. I don't. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was given, she called it a tool, that's a good word. What I have the ability to do now is, I don't eat because I'm hungry, ever. She mentioned she can't eat steak and stuff. I don't have that problem with anything. The only thing my body doesn't care for is gobs and gobs of tortilla, like Taco Bell wads them up, I cut the end of the burrito off and peel the outside layer. And I eat one shell of burrito and the beans, which is, and I can control, I avoid white carbs like the plague, which is sugar and pastas and stuff like that, and I do still have a little of that. My metabolism is horrible. I actually gained some weight. A while back I went up about 4 or 5 pounds because some holidays came in and my wife and I went to Iceland, and we took part in some things that it's amazing how little bit it takes for me to gain weight. It will blow your mind. But I would tell you a challenge, and that is find a friend and go together. And here's why. I have bad days and she's there to pick me up. One day she said to me, what the hell have we done to ourselves? And I mean, she was having a bad day, and with some of it. It's an adjustment. And you're there for each other. And I've been married to her 20 years. I didn't know what she weighed until about 3 months ago. She never shared that. And I have 2 morbidly obese children, and I feel responsible for that. Both of them have started to ask questions, but I made a comment to you, that is, you have to do this because you want to. It's not a magic wand. It is not going to be easy. The hardest thing in the world is the diet before surgery. Because you can't diet now. If you could, you'd be thin already. And oh God, it's a horrible experience. And I don't eat Jell-O anymore either. I gotta be real honest. I'm not even and they're gonna try to get you to drink some stuff called bone broth. You need to try that stuff out before surgery. And find a brand you can drink, because toilet water was more appealing than bone broth. And to this day, it's still more appealing to me. But, you know, I see a lot of people. I used to do professional entertainment, and there's a lot of, we were talking about it today, there's a lot of, you know, of middle-aged, heavy-set men my age that are dying. You know, Ralphie May was one from Houston, you know, he died, and they don't live very long, and that's not what I want to see my granddaughter get married, and I'm sure you do too. But the quality of life for me is amazing. We flooded in Harvey, both our business and our home, and we'd have never recovered if I hadn't had the weight off of me, because we've had to rebuild our own home, and we've had to rebuild my wife's business, you know, from the ground up, and we would have never been able to do that. We'd have had a heart attack, and all of us would be dead for sure. But and don't hesitate to ask questions. I'll tell you, you know, Ron's never paid me a dime. I don't owe him a thing. I'm not on his payroll. I will tell you honestly, if you have any questions about stuff, everybody is always afraid to ask in this, and I know I was there and nobody would ask, and then after it, we all outside and they're all talking about, well, you know, how many people die. Well, you know, I have a friend around my corner that died from having a tooth pulled. So it's a possibility anytime you do anything. I mean, but we got rear-ended on the way to this meeting on I-10. We could have died coming here. So there's always risk in life. But is that more risk than carrying 100 pounds around? I have 125 pounds. Do you realize that's like 5 bags of dog food on my knees, my hips, my body, and my back. I can't even pick it up. So how did I carry it around? You know, it baffles me how I could do that to myself for all these years. Lots of stuff changed. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's probably TMI for you, but I was having a lot of ED issues, and that's gone. You know, gout, it's gone. My prescription bills, I save about $1,500 a month right now. We can go to Iceland on what we save in pharmaceuticals and food. We go to Payway, we buy one meal, we split it in half, and there's always leftovers. Always leftovers. That's why you do it in a pair. If you've got a chubby spouse, go together. And I have a recommendation, that is, take somebody who didn't have surgery with you in case you got to haul a suitcase. Because we stayed in San Diego overnight and had to haul our own suitcases because there wasn't a bell captain at the hotel we are, and it was tough. And I know the other thing that everybody was scared to ask, and you can ask me the questions you're scared to ask these guys, and I understand, and I'll just tell you whether they, pain. I had 1 dose of pain medication, 1, after surgery, and I never took another dose, not one time, and I was not in pain. I walked 1.5 miles to find my favorite bottle of tequila. You're gonna laugh. Looked at it, put it back on the shelf, bought vanilla, and went back to the hotel. I never, the sugar and the alcohol. And people always ask, can you drink? Yes, we can drink. I will tell you that your alcohol doesn't stay with you. You will lose your high very quickly. It hits you quick and it leaves quick because it doesn't sit in your stomach. And I had a sleeve. A lot of debate. And I'm sure that people at NBC are a lot more qualified to help you decide what to do, but I didn't want to have any enzyme issues long term and, you know, that type of thing. But it's been a very pleasant experience, and I eat now for nutrition. She mentioned protein. I eat protein bars, and I'll tell you, my wife will admit to this, and she'll tell you that she tried no less than 30 protein drinks for me. Oh God, protein drinks and bone broth, no. Okay, and I have found some that I like. I like the Premier, I like the chocolate and the caramel. We keep them in the refrigerator. She found some protein bars that I like. In fact, I eat them now. I ate one this morning. I'd rather have that than breakfast, to be honest with you. But it's a very life-changing thing. And I know you're nervous because in Mexico, you know, our problem in Texas is that we have a different perception of the border. Because we go to our border, it's not a great place. It is a total different experience in San Diego. It's like a whole nother country. I can't even believe it has the same name. I plan to go back on vacation. I felt safe. We walked on the street at night alone and no problems. And the staff was more than helpful. And I know it was a rarity, they say, we got searched going into Mexico. Yeah, well, I have a daughter that might have got me on that list. I don't know. She's in the Amnesty International, so, you know, I don't know. But anyway, that was kind of an unusual thing coming back over the border. The driver was fantastic. It was quick and simple. And I know one of the other things that everybody's always scared to ask is the rumor is that you're going to lose your hair. Anybody heard that? We took some stuff to make sure that didn't happen. And my hair is thicker than it's ever been in my life. My barber is thrilled because I used to go about every 6 to 8 weeks. I now go every 3 weeks. I shaved every 6 days before. I now shave every other day. So it comes back to nutrition is what we found out. And you can ask me, my wife is great on Facebook. She knows, she found shampoos and we took a vitamin that was supposed to help with that hair loss. And she'll tell you that her hair is better than it's ever been before too. Now, did it thin a little bit for a while? Yeah, it did. It did, but that's a lot of weight to drop. And it was pretty quick. I still am losing. I'm down 10 pounds in the last 2 months, but they talked about the stall. Oh God, I hit a stall I was stuck at 233.5 for 3 months, 4 months. So, but, you know, I think you'll find what you want, but I will tell you, everybody always asks, you heard her say that it'll make you sick. If you go over however much your stomach will hold, it is unpleasant enough. It's not, I've never vomited, never. But it's like a clear bile and you won't do it again. You won't. It's just, and it's really a great thing. So, but that's what everybody always wanted to know. And I know I sat in this meeting, was scared to ask those questions because you know, the people who work for it, you feel like you're going to get the standard stage answer, you know. And the girl who had it done, that was in our meeting that spoke to us, she was just, you know, going on and on and on about, and she wanted to have plastic surgeries and stuff. So I never got to hear those things, you know, the things that I wanted to know about. You know, I wanted to know about the things you probably do: hair loss, mortality rate, sickness, illness, pain. Pain was a big one, but I'm telling you right now, that thing, it was a breeze. I think I was up in 2 hours. You got to get up and walk, and they're not rude down there. The medical care, what she said about Mexico, the medical care is so much better than here. They did not all speak English when I was there, so I took Google Translate. If you have your phone, take Google Translate. But they speak enough that it's communication, you know, there. And I always hear people on Facebook complain about I couldn't get pain medication. I was there with some of those people. Some people are whiny. I'm just going to be real blunt, okay? There was a girl there. She was, I need pain medication. Well, hell, it's only been a half hour. They gave her morphine. What do you need? I mean, they can't give you too much. You won't leave Mexico, you know? There's got to be a point there where you kind of suck it up and put your big boy pants on and go on. And you got to get up and walk. They can't make you. You've got to do it. You need to get up and walk. They filled you up with gas. And you're going to fart and walk and fart, and so is everybody else. And it's embarrassing because it stinks and it's loud and you're not going to be shy. Okay? But the nurses, I tipped the one girl. I had no idea how reasonable it is down there. I think I tipped her $20. And I'm going to share one story and I'll quit. The one negative that I had in Mexico was they use the old-fashioned IVs. They don't use the pump. They use the drip ones, which was great for me. But my wife tried to back out of surgery twice over the IV because she's a needle freak. And this one girl put it in and she never even knew it happened. And it was such a blessing. And I tipped this girl, and she came in on her day off to take care of us because she just felt so grateful about it. So don't be afraid to let your generosity to the staff that is good to you. You will find out it will come back to you tenfold. Tenfold. Your driver and your nurses, all the way down. So, and everybody always asks me, well, you know, that was the best part. We made good friends. You'll make friends with the people in there while you're there. There's still some people, Adam and Tyler, we still talk and Facebook and share where we're at. And Adam has not had he's lost weight, but it's not to the point, you know, that some of us have, because it's just a tool. It's not a guarantee. It's not a magic wand. So, all right, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So, other than that, good luck. I hope the best for you.
Thank you.